Despite the fact that we are in the third week of Advent following Gaudete Sunday with its joy and excitement as we get closer to Christmas, today's readings invite us to pause for a very serious and sobering lesson. The first reading from the prophet Zephaniah begins with these harsh words: "Woe to the city, rebellious and polluted! She hears no voice, accepts no correction. In the Lord she has not trusted, to her God she has not drawn near." And in today's psalm response, we get a sense of what voices were not heard as the psalmist declares, "The Lord hears the cry of the poor." Clearly, the city's crime is in ignoring the marginalized and the impoverished. This solemn turn of emotion during this Gaudete week reminds me of one of the most haunting scenes in Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol and its many screen adaptations. Just as Scrooge finishes dancing and singing about the joy of the present on Christmas Day, he eyes a foot sticking out of the spirit's robe, only to discover two diminished children, whom Dickens describes as yellow, meager, ragged, scowling, and wolfish. The Spirit says that they are humanity's progeny, ignorance and want, and that doom especially waits those who remain ignorant of the children and the people who seek refuge and resources. It is a harrowing moment that quickly leads Scrooge's reflection on what is yet to come. Should ignorance or indifference to others' plight continue even for one day longer? It echoes the gospel passage as Jesus points out the sin of the person who says he or she will do the Lord's work, but chooses not to do it for one reason or another. This is a great lesson for us too. We can get wrapped up in the trappings of this festive season with the excitement of Christmas coming so very soon. At the end of the year, we busy ourselves to such a degree that we step into ignorance about the want all around us. If we claim to be Christian or Catholic, if we claim to be a person of faith, we are compelled to hear the cry of the poor and the refugee, the sick and the disabled, the marginalized and the forgotten. And even more, we are called to respond to all of them with charity and justice. We cannot be like the one who tells God, "Count me in as one of your believers," and then forget to be a person of compassion, generosity, and love for the yellow, meager, ragged, scowling, and wolfish in our midst. If we do that, then as Zephaniah said, woe to us. During the Advent season, it is easy to get caught up in our families and personal matters, in the gift buying and the holiday parties, in the tree trimming and the traditional foods. And yes, we should partake of all that joy. But just as important, we must look to those who go without, from the unhoused on the streets, to the immigrant in search of work, to the marginalized or forgotten person in our communities and workplaces. Through us, may God hear and respond to the cry of the poor. And may you continue to have a holy and meaningful Advent.